Hi, friends. It's good to see y'all again. Well, actually, you see me. I don't see you, do I? Anyway, I feel like humor is important, and that's one thing that I found is a part of my life. Is kind of I would say it's a gift, although it can be. If it goes to sarcasm, that's not so much a gift anymore. But I do try to use humor to enjoy my life and to encourage other people. But saying that as a basis, I feel like there's, of course, more to life. I feel like years ago, I feel like God put in my spirit a particular verse. I would say it's kind of like a life verse. And it's come to my attention of recent. As like, yeah, this is really truly my life verse. Truly what drives me many times, many days. And it's in Hebrews chapter 10. And at the beginning of chapter 10 was talking about sacrifices, how Christ is the perfect sacrifice. And then it goes on into the latter, to the middle portion towards the latter, about holding fast. Our confession was the title to the section. And verses 24 and 25, the verses I was going to focus on. But right before it says, on verse 22, it said, "Let us draw near with a true heart, in full assurance of faith, having our hearts sprinkled from an evil conscience and our bodies washed with pure water." And this word starts to feel like bringing it home, you might say, to me at least, and hopefully to you. It says, "Let us hold fast the confession of our hope without wavering, for he who promised is faithful. And let us consider one another in order to stir up love and good works, not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together, as is the manner of some, but exhorting one another, and so much more as you see the day approaching." And so this verse actually first hit me years ago when I'm thinking when I was around 10 years old. There was a building fund program at the church, and I remember there was a message given and kind of encouraged the kids, hey, do a poster about the church and about something to do with the church. I don't remember the details, but at that time, this verse, verses 24 and 25, it stuck out to me, and I put it on a board, and I drew something of a church building or something. I don't know if you remember. I may have it stored away in my stash of old drawings, but I just, ever since then, it's stuck with me. It's like Velcro that is glued now. And it's like, I don't know, I just can't get away from it, that this is the season, this is the day in which this resonates. It should be resonating with you. How many people you know are kind of lackadaisical about the church, about getting together? It's not the time to be lackadaisical. It's not the time to be by yourself. It's time that we come together as believers in Jesus Christ. Yes, the church that we see it meets in buildings and gets together with pastors and deacons is not perfect. And well, none of us are, right? So how dare we, point fingers when we ourselves are not perfect? So we got to be careful to say, oh, I'm not going to church because it's all messed up. It's a given that we are all working out our salvation with fear and trembling. So it's important to come together, because also we can be picked off. We can easily get deceived if we're not part of a body of Christ. And there's so much value that we have for one another. The Bible speaks of iron sharpens iron. I don't have it all together. You don't have it all together. But together, we've got it all. And that actually kind of comes from a song by Scott Wesley Brown. It says, "No one of us has got it all together, but all of us together has got it all." And that, I know that little phrase there, I think is so true. We're not meant to live life alone. We are called to come together. And the part that says, I think in the King James, this is New King James, well, it still says it here in New King James, it says exhort. Yes, the first part says stir one another up to love and good works, and then later on it talks about exhorting one another. Encourage, challenge, and be there for each other. How can you be encouraging to another person if you're not engaged with other people's lives? And I just, and I guess to be an example of that, I feel like in one of the ways I'm trying to do that is actually through this medium of YouTube. And I don't know how many people have subscribed actually view it, but nevertheless, I'm hoping that some, if not all the people who view it, will be encouraged by these things, will be challenged, and know that God is real, God is working, and He has a plan for your life. So I just want to encourage y'all to find that avenue, to find that thing in your life which spurns you, which fires you up, challenges you, which is like a catalyst to encourage you to pursue God, to pursue relationships with other people, and to encourage those around you to follow hard after Christ. Let's not be complacent. This is not the season. This is not the day to just be like a day school in our faith, but to really go deeper in Christ. And I feel challenged myself many times, like I'm not where I want to be. So that's why other people have spoken into my life. You know, I speak in some people's lives. People speak in my life. It's the same for you. Let's just exhort one another to love and good works. I was going to, I guess, share an example of a little bit of what I do too besides YouTube channel, and that is being a musician. I go out, and I've been going out for the past few years off and on, not totally consistent, but getting out in the park and play some music, sometimes with a friend, and we just play music. Sometimes it's just jamming, just making up something. Sometimes we're playing worship music. If somebody recognizes it, they may come up and say something. A few times somebody actually is singing with us. You never know what's going to happen at a park in the public. And we often engage with kids, and I feel like it's encouraging. It's important to reach the next generation. But I found so much value going out and about, playing music out and about, because again, I'm engaging with other people. Now, that's not necessarily encouraging believers per se there, but sometimes, often I am engaging with believers. But we need to be out and about. We are to encourage, exhort one another to love and good works within the body of Christ for sure, but how much more also outside of the body of Christ. So I just want to encourage you to pray about, seek God, and find how you can be an encouragement to those around you. God bless you.